Ever get that like feeling deep down, in your gut? That's telling you something's up. Turns out there's, well, a lot more to that whole gut feeling thing than we knew.
Yeah, it's wild. It's like we're just now starting to understand just how important gut health really is.
Yeah, and that's what we're diving deep into today.
Yeah.
And trust me, this is about way more than just like digestion and stuff.
Oh, absolutely. This goes way beyond just, that. We're talking about the gut's impact on, well, pretty much your whole body, like your mind, your immune system, even how you age. It's all connected.
It really is amazing when you think about it. Like, we're talking about this whole hidden world inside us that, affects our well-being in ways we never even imagined.
It's true. And the more we learn, the more we realize how important it is to, really nurture our gut for the long haul, which is what this deep dive is all about. We've got a ton of the latest research to unpack.
Okay, so let's get into it. This whole idea that our gut can actually, like, talk to our brain, that's got to be one of the most mind-blowing things I've learned recently.
Yeah, the whole gut-brain connection is incredible, and it's a two-way street, which is what makes it so fascinating.
So you're saying that just as, like, our brain sends signals to our gut is sending signals right back up to the brain, affecting our mood and all that.
Exactly. And it's not just your mood we're talking about. This communication highway influences everything from how you handle stress to, like you said, even your mood. It's pretty amazing.
Okay, so let's unpack this a bit. We keep saying the gut talks to the brain, but what's actually going on there?
So basically, you have trillions of these tiny bacteria living in your gut, right? We call it the gut microbiome. And research is showing that these little guys actually play a big role in, well, regulating certain neurotransmitters, like serotonin.
Serotonin, that's the happy chemical, right?
Exactly. And when your gut microbiome is out of balance, we call it dysbiosis, it can actually mess with your serotonin levels, which can then have a ripple effect on your mood, your sleep, your focus, all sorts of things.
So you're saying that if someone's feeling like down or anxious, it might not just be in their head. Their gut could be trying to tell them something's off.
Exactly. And it goes both ways. Just like an unbalanced gut can mess with your brain, chronic stress can wreak havoc on your gut. It's like a vicious cycle.
So basically, when we talk about taking care of our mental health, we also need to be thinking about our gut health too.
100%. They're totally intertwined. And, it doesn't stop there. We've talked about the gut-brain connection, but the gut also has this amazing link with your immune system.
Oh, right. I've heard about that, but to be honest, I don't think I fully understand it.
It's actually pretty straightforward. So a huge part of your immune system, like a really big chunk of it, is actually located in your gut.
Wow, really? I had no idea it was that much. So our gut is like the front line of defense for our immune system.
You got it. It's like a barrier, right?
Yeah.
Protecting you from all the stuff that you're exposed to every day, from the food you eat to the air you breathe, even the things you touch.
Okay, that makes sense. So if your gut is healthy, it's like having a strong army on the front lines ready to fight off any invaders.
Exactly. And one of the key factors for a healthy, resilient gut is something we call microbial diversity. Basically, the more diverse the types of bacteria in your gut are, the better equipped your body is to handle, well, just about anything.
So it's kind of like the more different types of good bacteria you have in your gut, the stronger your defenses.
Think of it like having a well-rounded team, right? Each type of bacteria has its own unique strengths and weaknesses. So the more diversity you have, the better they can work together to keep everything in check.
That makes a lot of sense. So how can someone tell if their gut microbiome is out of whack? We've talked about the mental health connection, but are there other signs?
Oh, yeah, there can be a whole bunch of signs. Things like digestive issues are a big one, obviously. But it can also show up as low energy, brain fog, skin problems. It can really manifest in a ton of different ways.
Okay, so this is all super interesting, but it also makes me think like, where do we even start? I mean, there's so much info out there about gut health, it can be kind of overwhelming.
Yeah, I hear you. It definitely can feel like a lot to take in. But the good news is the basics are actually pretty simple. It's not about like crazy diets or anything. It's more about, you know, making changes you can actually stick with.
Okay, that makes me feel better already. So let's break it down for our listeners. What are some of those like fundamental things people can do to support their gut health in the long run?
Well, a lot of it comes back to what you're putting into your body, your diet.
Right, makes sense. Food is fuel, as they say.
Exactly. And one of the biggest things you can do is focus on eating a wide variety of foods, especially plant-based stuff.
So we're talking like fruits, veggies, whole grains, all the good stuff.
Yep, all of that. And there's actually like a specific number that I always tell people to shoot for.
Ooh, I love a good target. What's the magic number?
Try to get at least 30 different plant-based foods in every week.
30. Okay, that sounds like a lot, but I guess when you think about all the different types of produce, grains, nuts, seeds, I mean, it's doable, right?
Oh yeah, totally doable. And the reason that number is important is because each type of plant food has its own unique fibers and nutrients. And those different fibers and nutrients, they feed the different bacteria in your gut.
Oh, so it's like we're creating this diverse buffet for our gut bacteria, keeping them happy and well fed.
Exactly. A hacky gut microbiome is a healthy gut microbiome.
I am all about that. So we're loading up on plants, but what about fermented foods? Those seem to be like all the rage in the gut health world these days.
Yeah, and with good reason. Fermented foods are like probiotic powerhouses.
Okay, so remind us again, what exactly are probiotics?
So probiotics are basically like the good bacteria that live in your gut, and fermented foods, they're packed with them.
So when we eat things like kimchi or sauerkraut or yogurt, we're giving our gut a good dose of those beneficial bacteria.
You got it. And those good bacteria, they help to crowd out the bad bacteria and keep everything in balance.
It's like we're sending in reinforcements for the good guys in our gut.
I like that analogy. It's like a whole battle going on in there.
It really is. Okay, so we're eating lots of plants, we're adding in some fermented foods. What about the not so healthy stuff? Like, we all know processed foods and sugar aren't great for us in general, but what about their impact on gut health specifically?
Yeah, so those are definitely things to be mindful of. I mean, let's be real, it's almost impossible to completely avoid processed foods and sugar in this day and age.
Yeah.
But it's all about, trying to limit them as much as you can and making healthier choices whenever possible.
It's not about being perfect, it's about being more aware.
Mhm.
Like maybe choosing water instead of soda sometimes or, cooking at home more often.
Exactly. Small changes, big impact.
I love that. Okay, so we've covered diet, but what about our lifestyle? Things like exercise and stress,
Yeah.
those play a role in gut health?
Oh, absolutely. Exercise is huge for gut health. Even just
Hmm.
going for a walk every day can make a big difference.
Really? How so?
Well, when you move your body, it actually helps to stimulate your digestive system and keep things moving along, if you know what I mean.
Your gut motility, that's what they call it, right? So
Yeah,
exercise is good for like preventing constipation and all that.
exactly. And then on the flip side, you have stress. And unfortunately, stress can have a really negative impact on your gut.
Because of that whole gut-brain connection we were talking about earlier.
Exactly. When you're stressed out, your body releases all these hormones, and those hormones can actually disrupt the balance of bacteria in your gut.
So like finding healthy ways to manage stress is just as important for our gut as eating a healthy diet.
Absolutely. Things like meditation, yoga, spending time in nature, those can all be really helpful for managing stress, which in turn can benefit your gut health.
All right, so it's all connected. It's like taking care of your gut is this holistic thing. You got to look at all aspects of your life. So we've talked a lot about what we eat and how we live, but I'm wondering about supplements. Do they have a place in all this?
Yeah, that's a common question. And I always say, real food and lifestyle changes, those are always the foundation.
Of course.
But there are definitely situations where supplements can be helpful, like to give your gut that extra little boost.
Okay. So in our research, we saw probiotics and prebiotics mentioned a lot. Can you give us a little refresher on those? Like what they are, why they matter for our gut?
Sure. So probiotics, those are basically the live beneficial bacteria, the same kind you find naturally in a healthy gut.
Right. So like when we take a probiotic supplement, we're basically just giving our gut a boost to those good guys.
Exactly. It's especially helpful after you've taken antibiotics, since those can wipe out both the good and bad bacteria.
Uh, so it's kind of like replanting your gut garden after it's been, I don't know, disrupted or something.
Perfect analogy. Now, prebiotics, think of those as the food for the probiotics. They're types of fiber that our bodies can't digest, but those good gut bacteria, they love to munch on them.
Oh, okay. So it's like we're feeding the good guys so they can thrive. I know, like
Yeah.
psyllium husk is a prebiotic, right?
Exactly. And a lot of foods have prebiotics naturally. Onions, garlic, bananas. So eating a variety of plants, you're already getting prebiotics in.
Right. So it all comes back to that. So we're kind of taking this multi-pronged approach to gut health. We're paying attention to our diet. We're managing our stress levels, staying active, and then maybe strategically using supplements if we need to.
Yep, that's a great way to put it.
But even with all that, I guess it can still feel like we're I know, kind of guessing what our gut actually needs, you know?
Well, and that's what's so cool about where the whole field of gut health is headed.
Oh, tell me more.
We're moving toward this like personalized approach, just like how everyone has their own, unique dietary needs.
Right.
Well, the same thing goes for our guts. What works for one person might not work for another.
That makes sense. So what would that look like, this personalized gut health approach?
I'm talking about a future where you can go to the doctor, get a simple test, and they can tell you exactly which foods are best for your gut, which ones might be causing you issues, even which probiotics to take.
Wow. So it's like personalized nutrition recommendations based on your unique gut bacteria.
Exactly. It's like having a roadmap for your gut health.
That sounds incredible. But how far off is that? Is that something that even exists yet?
Well, it's still early days, but it's getting closer all the time. There are actually at-home microbiome tests you can get now. They give you a snapshot of your gut bacteria.
Oh, wow. So you can actually start to learn about your gut at home.
Yeah. And that information, you can then use it to work with, say, a registered dietitian or someone to personalize your diet even further.
This is so cool. It's like this whole hidden world is becoming less of a mystery, you know?
Right. And the more we learn about the gut microbiome, the more possibilities open up. I mean, we're already seeing links between our gut and everything from autoimmune diseases to, like we talked about, mental health.
It's amazing how interconnected everything is. Well, on that note, I think we're about out of time for today.
Yeah.
Is there one final thought you'd leave our listeners with? Something they can start doing today to kind of, I don't know, start taking better care of their gut.
It really is simple. Just start paying closer attention to your gut. It's sending you signals all the time.
What kind of signals?
Notice how you feel after you eat certain foods, how your energy levels are throughout the day, your mood. Become an investigator of your own body. Your gut is trying to tell you things. You just have to listen.
I love that. Be your own gut detective.
Hmm.
What a great note to end on. And, it's exciting to think about all the possibilities that are still out there, all the things we're going to learn about gut health in the future. So to our listeners, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep listening to that amazing gut of yours.